Thank you for joining us for this video on MVP, a module for the SECURITHOR Alarm Response Software. MVP usually stands for Most Valuable Player, but for SECURITHOR, it's Map View and Plans. MVP was developed by our tech partner, Prog1. This is a three-parts tutorial. In the first two, we're going to view each of the two MVP components, the plan editor and this live map. In the third, we will take a look at the alarm response operation from live map. But first, to get oriented, let's do a short overview of live map. And in this map, we show site locations from my SECURITHOR accounts and partition. Here, I'm showing a single building, the train station in Frankfurt, and its various supervised zones. I can easily switch to a larger view to show you the Frankfurt city and display more accounts in the city. So MVP is a perfect tool no matter if you have a single building to monitor, or a shopping center, or a school district, or bank branches. So in this map, what strikes us right away are those circles red and green. They are showing the status of an alarm panel. Arm is red and green is disarm. There are other status we can see on the left, like the blue here, which is for disabled accounts, and the yellow will show us panic button from our apps. We will see this in the third tutorial along with the interaction with the MCB, Mission Control, for our staff tracking and dispatch. Last thing to see here, in the red circle, there's a fire icon that is blinking. It's to tell us that we have an active alarm, and it's the highest level alarm at this location. But first, let's look at the backbone of MVP, the plan editor. We're going to go to the account management, and the account for the train station is 1236. First thing we need to look at is we need a geolocation in order to pin the account on the map. An easy way to do this is to go to Google Map, and we're going to go there, and I already enter our site, the Frankfurt train station. I'm going to go more precisely, and I bring my pointer on this corner of the train station, and I will right click, and that's giving me very precise coordinates at this location. First line here. Clicking on it copies the info to the clipboard, and I'm going to be back in SECURITHOR Account Management, where I paste this very precise location inside the accounts. Don't forget to save. So for the plan editor, here on the right, we're going to enter it and maximize it so it's easier to have a look. We have our plans that are already loaded on the left side. They are just for this partition. In this case, the first one is fire routes, which I designed for the train station. The second is an extract from a PDF that shows, here it is, it shows the floors of the train station. The third one is a floor plan. That's the one that we will work with the most because we're going to show you how to import from SECURITHOR or to add icons. Importing an object from SECURITHOR is easy. The objects are already in SECURITHOR. They are zones from the alarm panel, and in this case, the zone has an associated camera to it, or individual cameras that we have in the account, or foggers. The foggers are URFog, RapidFog, or density foggers. They are linked through the active cloud service, and we have control over the foggers in the plans. That means that we can check the fuel level, but we can also fire the foggers if we see something on the camera. More on this in Chapter 3 of MVP. Importing an object from SECURITHOR is easy. We just click on the object here and drag it on the plan where we want to place it. An object from SECURITHOR can only be in one plan because it's associated with the alarm code coming in SECURITHOR. I'm going to bring the fogger also in the plan, And we can then proceed to place our objects on the plan. So I'm selecting my fogger the same way here, and I already have a coverage on this one. So I'm just going to place my fogger from the place device icon that we have here. Double click, and it's going to be at this location. I'm going to go to the zone that I also imported, and there are two parts to this zone. There is a camera associated with the zone, so when we get an alarm code for the zone, we also open the camera viewer in SECURITHOR. So first, let's do the zone. Click on it to select it, and then I'm going to go to the polygon tool, my favorite, and I'm going to draw the zone to say where it is. And I'm going to close my shape by clicking Enter. The other thing is I will match the color of the zone to the zones that I already have, and it's going to be changed to this green here. My zone is a bit crooked, so I can edit it, and I'm going to get the handles and make it a bit more tidy. Well, I think it's pretty enough, and I just need to click out of it. For the camera, I'm going to do a bit of the same. It's the same mechanism for the foggers. I'm going to click on the place device, for my camera is here. It de facto places the fixed camera icon, but I know this is one of our newest thermal cam that we integrated from Hikvision, so I'm going to change with something that looks a little bit more like a thermal cam. And I'm going to click on the coverage tool now. The coverage tool will be like this, and I'm going to close my shape by clicking Enter as I did before. So now my shape is green like the zone. It's not very visible, so I'm going to change the color of the camera, and I'm going to match the color of the other cameras that we have, which is this kind of blue here. Can do the same as the previous shape. I can just click on the edit tool and click out once I'm done. So in this plan, I already added other icons that are not from SECURITHOR, like which we have this first aid kit here, the staircase as well. And the staircase, I also linked it to another plan, so if I do control click from the operational plan, it's going to bring me to the other plan where this staircase actually leads. Other elements that I place are the pull stations, which are not from SECURITHOR, but it's a nice indication if I'm sending a patrol. Something else I can do, well, if I need another icon and it's not in the impl list that we already have, I can add a new icon. So the stickers are actually in two parts in the sticker manager. They are the camera, which de facto have coverage, and the sticker might not have a coverage. So if you import a sticker or an icon, it will not have coverage, but you can add it in this air conditioning unit here. I can just draw because it's already selected the as coverage. So I'm going to add a new sticker. Just click on create a new sticker. New stickers can be small PNG. SVG are nice also because they're vectorial, they can resize easily, but I'm not limited to this. My sticker could be something like an image here. I'm going to have this Lamborghini image as it's a fast response alarm central and we need a fast car. Here I can actually place my new sticker that I made, and it's going to be here in this plan. And I'm going to click on the plus sign for add device sticker. It's the same as the camera. There is a place tool here. and double-click at the location and place the sticker. This is the first one by default, but I can change it to the Lamborghini. And if I need to edit my Lamborghini, I can do Control and drag, and it's going to resize with constraint, and I can place it here. So here's the Lambo parking, and here we go. So the last thing to see in the plans is we can add something called a fake zone. So it's called a fake zone because it's not coming from SECURITHOR, as it's not a zone from the alarm panel. It's just a placeholder that we're going to put in. For this, I'm going to select the polygon tool here, and I'm going to draw this zone over here, because what I want to achieve is to make a link between two plans. I want to see, when I look at the train station overhead plan, where is the second floor office. And so I selected my shape, and I can link this second floor here in the selected plans here, and we go to the second floor office, and it's not showing much on all the noise in the picture, so I'm going to change the color to this acid green. So our tour of the plan editor is nearly done. Last thing to show is that there is a possibility to save an image of this plan. And here we go to the icon at the top. Now I'm going to put it as second floor or fire routes. It's going to be easy to send this image to one of my staff using MCB. So I'm done with the plan editor. In the next chapter, we're going to look a bit more in depth at LiveMap and where the plan comes in LiveMap. So you see the plan that we just edited, and as I promised, the zone here is flashing in red because we have an alarm code identifying this specific zone. In this one, our Lambo parking is showing. So stick with us for the next chapter. We're going to tour the LiveMap, and in the third one, we're going to show you the interaction with the plans and the LiveMap. If you already know you want to add MVP to your SECURITHOR, contact us at securithor@mcdi.com. Thank you.